Today I'm going to be playing this Fatigue Warlock that shockingly went 4-1. So the start of the deck is Encroaching Insanity, a 3-mana shadow spell that forces both players to take fatigue damage twice. So the first one, we force the opponent to take 1+2 damage, not very exciting, but then after that it's 3+4, and it can get really big because we play Lady Darkvein. She summons two 2/1s with death rattles that cast the last shadow spell we played, so that can be an extra 4 ticks of fatigue on the opponent. And then since we are also taking fatigue at the same time, we're juicing up our Crescendo, which is a 2-mana spell that forces us to take fatigue, and then it deals that much damage to all enemies. And like I said, that damage does start stacking up pretty fast, but it starts stacking up pretty fast for us as well. So we need to play Void Virtuoso to give us immune on our turns, so only the opponent will be dying. Nothing to keep here.
I see you brought guests.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
All right. I think this is a good matchup, but I'm not really sure. Okay, so this does get discounted even if I am breaking armor instead of health. I thought it would, but I wasn't totally sure. Oh, wow. Opponent's playing some wacky stuff. Thought about playing Thornveil Tentacle there, but I want to be tapping, and maybe next turn is like tap Tentacle.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Could be a double Tentacle, perhaps? Or it could be Bump, and Chaotic Consumption. But maybe I want to save Chaotic Consumption for one of the big 7-drops. Let's just do this. It doesn't kill the 3/4. But it probably deals with it over a couple of turns, which I think is fine. ETC. I can't think of any particular reason I'd be scared of ETC. Wouldn't mind playing a couple horrors this turn. Maybe I can play a Chaotic Consumption to allow it. Alright. Some big scary 5/5s. They're not that easy for Priest to deal with here. Okay. That is kind of annoying, but shouldn't be a big deal. So I can Drain Soul the 3/3. Probably want to go Drain Soul plus Tentacle on the 5/5. So let's just start with a tap. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Is that infused? I guess it is. So I probably am playing Tour Guide here, but it doesn't look like I have much to spend mana on. So what if I just pay money for this tap up front, and then we can play Tour Guide? Okay. Hopefully I'm not getting synchronized here. Okay, Lady Darkbane. So I do have Encroaching Insanity Darkbane, which does, what, 1 through 6 damage, so 21. That's a lot. And then I have another 15 in hand. Let's do some encroaching. That was a big 50-50. Losing Lady Darkbane would have sucked. That's a lot of healing. Am I playing Defile here? I don't want these to get silenced, so I guess I am. Let's start with a life tap. No. What am I doing? Am I down to just eat a bunch of this fatigue? It's 15 damage. Kind of a lot.
Let the ritual of absolution commence.
Is close at hand.
Your tour ends here.
I think this is the way to do it. So I do have this Fellstring Harp to go with my double crescendo, which is approaching lethal. I have another Encroaching Insanity in the deck, which is obviously lethal. But then I've also got like Fizzle, which is super good with this hand. I've got Symphony of Sins, which can be good. Glad I committed to playing Darkbane here. Did I guess I knew they had that. Defile's not the best. Well, it means I only have to play one crescendo here. So maybe I can try to hold the other one for Fizzle. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, cool. So that snapshot has 19 damage in it, right? And I got a weapon to go along with it, which is really, really clutch. Oh, I got Steam Cleanered. I can still draw Encroaching Insanity, but that was for sure cringe. Why did they even take that? Six damage to the enemy hero. Oh wait, that didn't even kill. For some reason I just assumed that was lethal. But it was not. Actually, wasn't I offered draw 6? Was draw 6 lethal? Because I think it was guaranteed to hit Encroaching Insanity. But that would have done... I don't think that would have been lethal. Need to lead with this since I only have one bit of weapon left. This is bad, but it is a card I can play. I do actually need this to not die to Encroaching Insanity. Draw 6. Should be good. I don't know if I've ever actually drawn 6 with this card. But we found the lethal. Nice. Had a little bit more damage in hand as well. Man, that feels pretty good to win, even after getting Steam cleaned.
Thompson versus Queen Ashara. All imperfection
I did just lose to a mage, but the matchup was way more winnable than I expected.
before
So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. Do I keep Encroach? Probably not. That's more of like a turn 7-ish card.
lightly used armor.
Lady Darkbane's probably the best card in my deck.
Break it, you fire.
Alright, got a couple bits of defense. Do I throw down the weapon here? I guess so.
Break it, you fire.
I've got 2 Virtuosos and 2 weapons in deck, so it's fine to get only a small amount of value out of one of the weapons. And the thing about this card is even a small amount of value out of it is quite a lot. It's actually kind of surprising how weak this card is because it seems so overtuned. Maybe it's just a matter of which decks it's good for, and it's really, really good in my deck. Anyway, what am I doing? It's probably nice to coil something while I have the chance. Alright, fine turn. Good ol' Encroach.
Break it, you buy it. Break it, you buy it.
Let's do a little eradicating. Fizzle. I have like 4 really good Fizzle cards in my hand, so probably quite happy to just play this next turn. Next turn might just be Fizzle Encroach. Although that would put me a full turn off of being able to go Dark Vein Defile Virtuoso. Maybe this is more of a Symphony? Or maybe it's Fizzle Tap
I'm not getting younger.
Chaotic Consumption. Don't love killing off a 3/3 for Chaotic Consumption, but I think it makes sense. That's a lot of damage. Bellstring Harp. I think I don't need to play it yet. This Encroaching Insanity only does 3, right? So next turn, if I go Void Virtuoso, I take 0 damage, assuming I Dark Vein. If I Fellstring Harp, I gain 6, and then I think I take 6. So I think they're both 0 damage. In which case, maybe Void Virtuoso is the less flexible card, so I would start with that. But it's not even... yeah, it looks like I'm not even playing Dark Vein Defile, because that probably needs to get consumed. Oh, Snap Freeze. That's not too bad for me. Okay, this is not a shadow spell, which I think is good for me. What if I just play Lady Darkvein? I take 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm dead to like any AoE card. Probably not great. How big is this? These can deal 7. I guess I'll play Symphony. Mill my opponent. Probably just want a guy. Hate to see armor from the opponent. Oh yes, play one of those into my Defile. Beautiful. Now I can kill armor guy. Oh, that's annoying. Wow, Solid Alibi is obnoxious. Well, next turn I'll be able to play the whole Dark Vein thing and throw a Crescendo on top, which I think does 25 to the opponent. They'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? It's a shame that 25 is so far from killing them. I think it's still a good play, though. Six to the enemy hero. Does this actually get what I wanted to get? It does, okay. Yes, we broke through their armor. Alright, well, I definitely can be dead here. Okay, shouldn't be dead. Snapshot. Is Snapshot lethal? I think it is, but I honestly don't really remember what's in it. I think there's at least one encroach, though. Boom, got him. Nice. They didn't have Sith, so they died. Warrior, huh? Hopefully an Odin warrior. Although I don't necessarily love my odds against that deck. No foul legs, please. Or sanguine depths. I genuinely don't know how good this matchup will be. Maybe I can just be Control Warlock, and if they don't get to stick a board for their weapon debuff, it might not be too bad. I mean, I don't love killing that with Mortal Eradication, but maybe I should. They got some hand buffs, but that's what the second Eradication is for, right? that's so large. But if they can't damage it, it's not that scary, I guess. What can we tap into? An imprisoned horror. This gets +2 attack and charge. Let's just go ahead and put 2 damage on it. Next turn I have Thalnos Eradication to split 6 damage, and then I have 4 in play. So I can deal 10 damage to minions next turn, which I'm absolutely not confident will be good enough to clear their board, but it probably kills a lot of stuff.
True strength rises from the ashes.
Well, they still get eradicated here. Don't even have to play Thalnos, so I can tap instead.
Break it, you buy it.
I think if I can make it to turn 9 for Sargeras, this game becomes much, much easier to win. So with that in mind, I'm pretty happy with the current pace of the game. Encroach. Encroach does damage me enough to put this to 0, which doesn't seem to mean much at the moment. I'm gonna life tap. Tentacle. Okay, Tentacle lets me coil this. And I do love coiling that. It doesn't damage itself, but they do have the location. Wow, that's big. I do have chaotic consumption, though. Oh, is this getting copied? Okay, Drain Soul might have been the best draw in my deck, so that's nice. Boom. And then boom. Oh, another horror. I think it's okay to tap here. Crescendo, I can make this deal 3 next turn, and I can heal 6 while I'm at it. Oh, what a weak turn. Oh, they were overloaded. True, true, true. They were overloaded. Well, I don't need to play Crescendo here. Let's just do a little life tapping. Alright, cool. I survived for Sargeras. And they've already played 3 Chargers. It's definitely possible for that deck to just keep pumping out damage, but I feel pretty good about my odds. So if I play Sargeras here, I kind of have to poof. Do I have to poof? The taunts are really good into those.
What is taking so long?
It probably makes sense to poof though, and like, what are they gonna do to my 12 health minion? And it's not like I'm out of board clears. I can deal up to 7 damage with Crescendos. I've got single target removal. I think this is fine. But I don't know, maybe I'm underestimating the importance of getting taunt on these imps. Because if they get taunt, then it's like impossible to ever lose this game to something like Gromish. Although I've already seen 2 Crazed Wretches, I don't even know if they play Gromish. Oh man, they're getting crushed. Crush, crush. Grab some taunt. I guess I can play some garbage. Sure, whatever. The game's over, so it doesn't really matter.
Used armor. A new planet to burn.
Yeah, so true. This game is definitely still winnable. Do I have any clue what Lady Dark... Oh, it tells me what Lady Darkbane does. I'm actually so scared that they thought this was an appropriate play. Makes me think I'm missing something.
Your tour ends here.
Can draw a thing. It's a Fizzle or a Void Virtuoso. Probably better to just buff the shit out of something. I don't even really know if this is good to use here, but whatever. There's no way they're killing me through 3 taunts.
Let me carve their master.
I guess you hit with small weapon here, and then buffer Mornia to kill the 9/10, and then still lose the game. I can't see my opponent's rank, but they must be 1 game off Legend to be sticking this out. Okay, they gave up.